We got put in a. I was there for part of it. We got put in, and I remember part of it from watching it. There was
Oh,
a.
yeah, you weren't there.
There was
Last
a.
time on Saturday D&D, the bright birdie ball of not liking people.
There was a room that we were in because we got put in this weird like death chamber of death, and there was a room where there was like an anti-you made out of flesh, and you beat the shit out of him, and
With
then
help.
everyone else beat the shit out of him, and then it was solved. And then when we all went into the room, it was like tee hee hee, we're gonna start a countdown, and everyone was like, oh shit, it started a countdown. And then we didn't die because it was a big epic prank.
Countdown of
It was a little
calamity.
prank. So, and after the prank, we walked down a separate corridor and we all got a message that was personalized to us by the statues that proved we are the chosen ones, bro. And I think that's interesting that we are the chosen ones. That's kind of sick. And then we kept walking and kept walking and kept walking, and then we found a room with a pool, and then there was a guy connected to the pool on the in the middle, and you was like, I'm going to choose violence today, I'm going to fucking kill this guy, and everyone else was like, hey, don't do that, please. So we disconnected all the pipes, and then the guy was like, hey, I'm the water orb, essentially. That's kind of what he said. And then you was like, I still want to kill you, and the guy was like, yeet.
You might have missed a bit in the middle there, but yeah, that otherwise is very accurate.
I mean, I'd ask you what was missing from the recap, but I feel like it was mostly Sunny wandering around drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot that part. He was off his rocker.
Where you also found a room full of dead people who apparently just decided, you know what, fuck it, life, too difficult, lie down now.
Pretty much.
Oh,
Yeah.
and a tree covered in crystal. Which Ollie decided to climb to the top of, then climb back down, then steal the crystal. Because she misjudged how high the crystal was.
She needs
Which
to
would
prove
also,
herself as a good climber ever since Keisu showed her up that one time in Yaramukai.
which also means she would have had to use the crystal to help climb up the tree to get the crystal that she was climbing up the tree for, which was at the base of the tree.
And afterwards, you found your way into this well area. Rajat yeeted you out of immediate existence. And he turns back to all of you. Water is constantly kind of dripping from his mouth and like the pores around his face. Any of you want to follow him?
I'm good. To be fair, we don't really know why we let him stick around with us. We can't get rid of him, by the way. He won't let us, but no, I think everything's fine.
Good.
So this is quite a development.
If Sunny carries you around on his back, can he just have water orb that way?
Possibly. But if you take me out of here, you'll be killing thousands and thousands of people.
Oh yeah, Sunny forgot. It almost feels like that was a week ago that was said.
That would not be ideal, needless to say. Right, so let me think. Solas kind of backs up a bit, zoning out a bit. So let's see, we have a couple of things to do. Let's say a couple. Grunts. Let me think. So we've got Dras, maybe. Oh no, definitely now. Then we've got the thing up to the north as well, and then that's about it. May have to come back here after a bit. Okay, okay.
Is he always like this?
Yes.
Sorry, I just don't worry about it.
Just zone him out and he comes back eventually.
I mean, to be fair, we were hoping to come here to retrieve the orb, but obviously that's not an option anymore, given the scenario. So we have two of the other ones, Air and Earth, Ollie over that head, over that way, head, what? Over that way, has them. And we are currently in search of the fire orb. Not sure what that is. We have two potential locations, and we're also going to have to head to Giraffes on the way to save Blue Rock Lake, because that's getting invaded. There's a lot to do. There's a lot.
Yes.
Would you have any information that could help?
It depends what you already know about Cielba and her plans.
Not a lot.
I mean, I know the name, not much beyond that.
Well, put it this way. She does not also drain my water. These pipes also funnel my power and add it to hers. She can't kill me, or she would die.
But
That's
even
not
if
good.
we just take you and let you live in Blue Rock Lake, would that give water? Then Blue Rock has to give water to City. They probably like that. And they're not able to attack Blue Rock because you there. Does that work?
I feel like that would just give them more of a reason to attack Blue Rock Lake.
Yes,
You're giving everything better ideas.
it is one thing to take a city, is another to keep it.
So, random thought. Not sure you'd know it all. Honestly, I doubt you will, because I'm just throwing things out there at this point. But, looking at us, what exactly are our chances of succeeding in at least making Juras a slightly better place?
Depends a lot on how you go about it.
Will that coming?
In a direct confrontation with Cielba, you would probably fail.
That's
Good to know.
unfortunate. Ugh, you know, I have to say, I'm very glad that you absolutely just shot you out of here. I don't know where you put him, but still, thank you. But, because now I can actually think clearly without an actual just man screaming in my ear every single second. Either way, um, with him around, it'll be hard to avoid direct confrontation because that's all he seems to want to do all the time. It's very do first, think later, or maybe he's able to do things simultaneously. I haven't really tested that, but he's very action heavy. I'll say that. At least from what I've seen.
Clearly. I sense he's enjoying himself somewhat up there.
That can't be a good thing.
He seems like the type to find something to do wherever he goes.
I'm just going to ignore how ominous that sounds and just say, yeah, no, that sounds like him. Either way. I feel like we have no other option than to leave you here for the time. As well, ultimately, as it stands right now, we are in search of the orbs while doing a bunch of other things on the side. I say on the side, taking over an entire city is not a great idea.
As strong as you may all look, if I can whisk one of you away with the flick of my wrist, think of what she who steals my power would do to you.
Is it not possible to have it so you're giving water to people without giving it to the city?
I'm not sure what you mean.
You putting water in canyon without it going through that pipe which leads to the city, presumably.
Possible. The problem there is that doesn't the city need water too?
It's not a very nice city.
Still good people there.
They'd probably end up getting. They'd probably just go into the river to get water. They'd still be able to get water. They'd just have to travel for it.
I think that would still mean a lot of people die.
So you never said it was a perfect plan.
You didn't
Also, the
strike me
city
as
would
someone to advocate for mass killings.
Also, the city would probably go into revolt against her.
Maybe you have a point.
People tend to die a lot in that city anyway, from what we saw.
I mean, to be fair, we don't really see much. We just bolted out of there as soon as we could.
And we still saw people die.
Well, that was the dragon mostly.
Isn't that the same person with their problem?
I don't know. I'll be honest, I don't really pay much attention to anyone but myself.
That makes you sound like you.
Oh yes, but at least I'm vaguely nice.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Anyway,
Speaking of, where is you?
that is a good point. Where did you send him?
You know, I'm not entirely sure.
That's reassuring.
Can you send Sonny, but send me for, like, short time, so I can just go see if he's okay?
I can, after 8 hours.
Oh.
Also, completely unrelated, do you think it'd be smarter for us to avoid Dras for the time being? Go off elsewhere, because we do have other things we can do.
True. We're fire orb.
Rajat rubs his wet chin. I mean, I don't really know what Duras is like. I have been in this
50% slaves, 50% people dying. There's some crossover between those two groups. Giant dragon flies over it once every while and dribbles on people who melt. That's how we saw people die. Guards are assholes. You ask them to hold your stuff and they walk off with it.
What the
Was
shit
that laughter or somebody's car going past?
I think
I
that
hope that was a
definitely
car.
sounded like a
Part of
motorbike.
that did sound like somebody ringing a gong.
Sounds like
My
a Harley
God.
Davidson.
Yeah, something like that.
Look at me! Look at me!
And there's way too many students around here. Anyway, um,
I confess, last time I heard of the city above, it was not called Duras.
oh yeah, that makes sense.
Sealbird defeated me, and then I woke up in this pool. It's only through her occasional visits that I learnt where I was at all. He turns to Ollie. You are right. Perhaps you should focus on finding the last orb and then return to me. If you have all of the orbs. Ollie turns and asks, so how steamy do these visits get? And Rajat was halfway through talking about the possibility of finding the last orb. He pauses, turns away from Ollie towards Arazid and Solas. He seems a little put off by your question,
It's like
Ollie.
Jack.
Yeah. It's clear that he's uncomfortable with the question. But it doesn't seem to be in a way of this is a thing that I enjoyed and want to keep to myself.
There you go, Ollie. I did my best.
It seems more of a I don't like the things that this question brings up, and I'm going to just try and not think about any of that.
I mean, to be fair, the guy's been a shot in for who knows how many years, so it makes sense.
I haven't known where the fire orb is for a long time, but even when I couldn't reach it.
Where was it?
It was in a temple on an island.
Island?
Got more directions than we had before.
Island with skies at sea.
Island with skies at sea.
Yes, it floated on the skies like islands used to float on the sea.
Oh,
That's really cool. Let me guess,
what's
that's going to
making
be
nonsense
really hard
then?
to find. Okay.
I don't know.
Is there any chance that this island fell or stopped at any? Just theoretically.
It's possible. The
What do
great
you mean the
bitch
big
may have
crater when it
taken
fell?
it down.
Right,
There's
alright.
a big crater up north. I haven't seen that film in ages.
Lupita. Yeah, it's a good film. I don't know. It last I remember, which I think is a few 100 years from where we are now, it was not fallen. Every now and then I would see it block out the sun as it floated overhead. And this was when I was staying somewhere a little bit north of here.
That
See.
sounds so cool.
Well, that's do we do first? Okay.
Are you making a plan, Solas?
Trying to, because, well, I need some clarification from someone. The name of the person who put a dome of not good magic over Blackrock Lake. What was the name of that person again? Or who we believe their name was?
Wasn't it a dragon?
Like the guy that we fought?
No, the started with, I think it was an S. I don't think it was Silver. It might have been Silver.
The person that put the big dome of no one can see but nobody's.
Yeah, that one.
Is this a question for Ajat or a question for Ren?
I mean, it's just a
Oh,
I think
general
Ollie's got it.
question. And I'm not sure if it was the dragon. Is it the dragon?
The dragon.
No, like, I know we got a name at the town that we thought it might have been, but I didn't make notes on that because I'm a dumbass.
I don't make notes because I figured out I don't need to. Sully has memory like a goldfish.
See, I don't make notes because I made notes for several years and they were never respected.
I tried keeping up with notes, but they just turned into a disorganized mess.
I mean, mine usually,
mean,
were usually pretty
same.
good. I just got bored.
I ended up just using my memory to keep notes
Yeah.
in,
Yeah,
and
same.
that only works for so long.
Yeah.
So the you guys don't know precisely who put the dome over Blue Rock Lake, but it did remind you of the magic that you last saw at Yaramukai.
Yeah.
The ruler of Yaramukai was a person called Sialba.
Yeah, that was one. Okay, never mind then.
And there is like the most notable rulers that you know of, the Great Dragon, that is also known as Amanazid. And that is the one that drips the poison everywhere. And then there is that like smaller dragon lady with all the undead that you fought in Yaramukai. That is Ablak Ray. And then the ruler of Juras is called Sklad.
Yeah. That was the one. Okay. So... Question.
Yes.
You... The name Sklad sound familiar. It just came back to me.
No.
Assume so. Though that does mean that's a good thing. Means they're not hundreds of years old and not all powerful, so... However... Okay. I think our current plan would be to head north to the massive crater we saw on the map downstairs. And avoid Duras for the time being, because I feel like what we need to do there... Not quick enough, Blue Rock destroyed, which isn't good. Or at least put under new management, which is arguably even worse.
And if you were to kill the ruler of Juras, was it? Then
it is now, yes.
the great bitch will come down upon you like 1,000 suns. And you will not survive.
We just need to cut our losses for the time.
There is one other option.
Oh?
Defeat Sioba. But do not kill her. Put her in here instead of I. Allow me to drain her power instead of her drain mine. If I remain in duress, I can still produce water for it until you are ready. I'm sorry, I'm getting the names mixed up. Sklad, you said her name was.
I believe her to be a prominent figure in Duras, yes.
Wait, who's dead?
I think Ollie is referring to Sielba.
Did we kill her? We've gone for a lot of dragons.
No, Sklad isn't a dragon.
She is just a fascist.
Exactly. Alright, well.
So,
Yes.
find Mean Lady, defeat Mean Lady, drag Mean Lady back here, and shove a pipe in her neck.
That would be the long and short of it.
Yes, that could work. Quite the challenge, though, that's for sure.
On a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being easy and 10 being fighting a dragon, how difficult would this be?
I mean, I don't think anyone knows. No one knows anything about her, at least not in this room, so.
I would say like a 7.
At least.
I have never met this Sklad, to my knowledge. I would not know. But if she is anything like the people I've encountered in her position in the past, then it would be quite tricky. Do you know of any groups of people that could help you get into her palace?
Well,
or in your fight?
we know people. One of those groups is currently in a war to the west with another country city, so I think they're out. And the others just fucked off somewhere, we don't know where they are, so.
Maybe you should try
If we
find
want to
them.
find an elf who belongs to the tree, grass,
Yes,
I
that's
forgot
what
my name.
that's who I'm referring
With
to.
your lovely
Zaid.
arbor.
Yes,
You mean
if we wanted to find someone that belonged to the Children of the Arbor, where would they run to?
you are talking about Zaid?
Yes, she is the one that
Yeah.
helped us get out of our initial predicament.
It's wonderful to hear that she is still active.
Well, we haven't seen her in a good week or so, so.
There is a man that she often travels with.
One, I believe. Virgil.
Yes.
He's fighting the war.
Yeah,
Oh,
at least as far as you're aware.
and you haven't seen this Zaid around.
No.
Yes, Zaid was one of my pupils. She was one of the first that I taught the ways of the arbor. You didn't kill Zaid, did you?
No?
Don't think
Did you?
so.
At least not directly.
No, we didn't kill Zaid.
Ollie, what did you do off camera?
Ollie.
Okay.
What did you do between the panels?
That is true. Farcloon is technically one of Rajat's pupils, but of a different sort. Anyway, in-person delivery of law. Well, Saeed and Virgil were always very attached to one another. It's surprising to hear that they are not together now. Normally, when she is without him, she gets fairly despondent. Maybe you'll find her in a tavern of some form.
Oh, wait, we
It's
found him
really
the first
sad.
time.
Oh God, no.
Wait, hold on a sec. How long ago would he have? How long has he been down here? Because okay. Oh, I've forgotten everyone's names. Okay, so the person that split off from the other person who's fighting the war, Hans. Wan. Yes.
Wan.
How was he a human?
He seemed to be. There was definitely something off, though.
Yeah, that's the part that's not adding up here, because I'm pretty sure this guy's been down here for longer than a human lifetime.
I swear to fuck if she's back. Okay,
I think I know why Wan wanted to break up.
Why?
Also, he was in kind of a constantly weakened state until we found him halfway across a desert.
What do you mean? You wouldn't think Saeed would hurt one?
No, in this particular case, Sunny thinks that Zaid might have kept one around for longer than intended.
I can't picture her making him weaker to keep him around.
Not
He is...
weaker, not weaker, but keeping him alive longer than intended, which probably resulted in weaker by accident.
Well, I thought he was weak because he was like enslaved.
I forgot about that possibility.
He is older than the deserts. He is older than I.
Wait, Wan is one.
Virgil, yes.
What race is he again?
He appears human.
That doesn't answer the question!
I mean, that's all we know.
I will allow you to make a nature check to attempt to guess his exact race.
Why not? Also, I think Ollie got it in one. His race is Jesus. Well, fuck me.
He is a 3-foot tall purple goblin.
Wow, I wonder what would have happened if I'd rolled a 1.
It would have been so wrong it looped back around into being right.
I'd have given you the right answer as a cheeky little prank.
Well, since you mentioned that she may be in a tavern, I may know where she went back to. Unfortunately, oh, is with that place that I don't want to remember, but heck, I won't have to. So,
Yeah, we try not to think about what happened in the kitchen.
Poor Tiamat. Guy that Ollie and Fola just murdered.
Oh no, not that. That was in like the room next to the kitchen. No, that wasn't nearly as bad.
Yeah, but the worst thing happened only because the murder happened first. I believe there was a lot of blood on the clothes.
Yeah.
so
Yes.
Really hard to. Well, no, it shouldn't. Currently along the road to Duras, so we should probably just complete the road and get there. Get that potentially partly sorted, at least. Get a couple things done over that end, if not everything. Then head up north.
Very well. And I will chill here in this pool until you return.
I can't do much else, so. And also, random question. If we leave here, where will you reappear?
You know, I'm not entirely sure myself. Perhaps you may
That's.
fall down from the sky like your friend here did.
Oh yeah, do you know why he fell down from the sky? You seem to know a lot.
I'm not entirely
Oh.
sure myself, but she
Did
seems...
he fall down from floating island?
Rajat looks over to Inqua.
I look back.
Do you remember?
What?
Where you fell from?
The sky.
But people don't just begin their lives falling from the sky. Where did you fall from?
Somewhere in the sky.
I don't think he remembers.
If we
Yeah.
wait
He
8
is
hours for you
older.
to get banishment spell back, could you banish his forgetfulness?
It doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
Suddenly he's out of ideas.
I think we shouldn't stand here for too long. We need to get going.
You should probably plug me back in before the other... whatever. Whomever is draining my power notices that it is not as rich as it usually is.
Right, of course. Just.
Wouldn't that be a good thing for us if we're going there?
Well, if they noticed, then they were going to come over here and then ask questions. May lead them
Ambush.
to us.
You can always come back again when you are ready for that confrontation.
Yes.
Okay.
Just let me know if I'm doing anything wrong, and then Solas will try to help.
He moves back into his little nook. You notice that there is like a valve on the back of his neck, which is where you can just plug one of the pipes into. And he will volunteer to do the mouth one.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any
Yes.
other
Stick your pipe down his throat.
questions that you have need of answers for before I go back under, as it were?
I think I'm done for now.
Very well. And he gestures for you to put the neck pipe in, and
Right. Good night. And he just sockets his in before he gets to say anything.
yeah, and he kind of he really powers down. Boom.
Oh.
Okay, Ollie needs to ask a thing.
Yeah, well,
Okay. So Rajat is looking around going, does anyone else have any questions? Ollie is like, which way do we take out of here? But he does not know anything beyond these 8 walls that he has lived in for a while. But he thinks that when he hears footsteps, when he gets visitors, they usually come from the left.
Wait, his left or our left?
That
Like,
would
if
be
he's
his
facing,
left.
if he's facing this way, that's this way, right?
Yeah. He means it like beyond the corridor to the south. So if people were to come up through the corridor, they would have come from what would be his left of that first.
Right.
We'll just have to see where that leads. It might just be the staircase, though. We'll see. Alright. And then...
Rajat sinks into his pool.
Alright, let's abuse
Wait,
and reappear.
what did you just say?
around him.
Sinks into his
Pool.
P-O-O...
L.
That sounds way better than the other option.
I'm so sorry, my accent is weird.
Please don't do that.
Please do that more when talking in Ollie's voice.
Only if Ollie is fine with that. Oh dear.
Well, you did it once before, but then you dropped it, and it was like,
Yeah, I felt embarrassed.
that was such an Ollie voice.
The previous one or the weird one I just did?
The weird one you just did.
All right.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
The one that sounds like they're going to say, "Oh my god."
Oh my god.
Oh my
It's like
god.
complaining about people's nails or something. I don't know. I haven't been to a college in a while.
You guys leave to the south. And then I presume with that you head what is left. Should look
Yes.
like east to you.
Yes.
The 6 of you. No. Yes, 6. I can count. I'm functional. Walk around these rock tunnels for some time. They are for the most part they seem to be a really strong mix between very clearly constructed actual corridors made out of cuts like tiles of stone and stuff, and then like every now and then this seemingly natural cave will just like cross through, and with a cave in ahead the only option is to follow the tunnel in one particular direction. After about another hour of walking, you come to another crossroad. There is a right and a left path.
Oh boy. Okay.
Hold on. Ah, here it is. Here it is. Okay, give Sonny a minute. Like a literal minute of car. I keep forgetting I got this. What happens if we take the right path? In regards to getting out.
Weal and woe.
Well, that tells us nothing.
Okay, give Sonny another minute. What happens if we take the left path in regards to getting out? Don't say woe and wheel.
That's even worse.
Wheel.
Oh yeah, I forgot this gets worse as you keep casting it. I wonder which end of that D100 was the good version. Oh well. So yeah, both have wheel. One also has woe.
And that means. Sorry, I'm not familiar with divination.
The wheel is the good one.
Right. Um. I guess.
So both lead out, but one probably does it weirder.
I mean, I feel like we should take the safe path now.
Assuming that you know for sure it's safe.
Well, it was only after Sunny cast the spell that Sunny's player suddenly went, "Oh right, there's a side effect."
Meh.
This is Sunny's first time casting this twice a month ago. So yeah, the left one's fine.
Alright, well, let's go left and hope we don't die.
Yahoo!
Isn't that usual plan?
Oh yeah. You take the left path. I presume then.
Sure.
You
No better gaming now.
Yeah, you guys all follow it up. I say up because it feels like progressively since you left the palace ruins area, that the rocks, the paths have all kind of slanted upwards. And eventually, what was a mixture of ruins and cave turns into all cave, and then after a few more minutes of walking, you reach through a fissure and enter into what look like much more modern looking sewers.
Oh.
The smell is interesting.
Jesus fucking Christ, it smells horrible. But also, oi, can't be right.
Under Jurass?
How long are we walking? I've honestly lost track of time.
It is tricky to tell what time it is precisely in here. But you feel like it has definitely been almost like a day since you first entered into the cave system and met the Formians.
Okay.
Who wants to go the other way and not exit from that under Jurass?
I mean, we need to be here, so we were going to come here anyway, so it's honestly safer to go underground.
I thought we were going to come here after finding Fire Orb.
Well, no, we're coming here first. There's one, we need to find Zed, and then two, maybe we at least get information on Sklad, and then determine what to do from there. After that, we go north.
Right.
That was the plan I presented, like, a good few hours ago. Anyway.
Oh, it has been several hours. You can't believe I'm forgetting.
Fair point.
Plus,
Ollie.
honestly, does anyone ever listen to you?
As you emerge into these sewers, Ollie, you look down to your right and you see an area of wall that looks off. Oh dear. Ollie points out this section of wall to you guys.
I would immediately like to look it over from a distance.
Does that look weird to you guys?
No.
Give it a look over with, I mean, you know, if you're giving it a casual look over, perception. If you're giving it a good old thorough heckin' look at, investigation. And Ollie will assist with either of those rolls.
Cool. I'm going to go with the one I'm good at. Oh, well.
She's right, though. Like, You two like huddle together, and she's just like, no, like right there. You see, it's like a slightly different color.
I got that. Okay.
And you squint. You don't really see it, but then, yeah, there's something really weird about that wall.
Sonny's just going to, magic on the lantern to light things up. Not the one with fire.
I am. Solas is gonna touch it. Like the weird part. See what happens.
Is it easy? Okay, never mind. He's going to touch it. We'll just find out what happens there.
You touch it,
Oh.
and it, like the walls are like squishy, the rocks, and you realize that they're made out of a fabric that is very cleverly disguised as rock.
Am I able to push past it?
If you push on it, the wall itself swings inwards and reveals a small corridor within, which I will let you guys in if you give me 30 seconds.
Oh boy.
Will we give you 30 seconds, though?
Just run. We need to go in.
Cheese it! It's a good thing you've got your DM NPC here of White Fang.
Shame. I mean, what? Yeah. Let's merge here.
Please tell me that you guys can actually see your tokens.
Yes, down at the bottom.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
good.
I'm just going to go get
The lighting on this map, like the color, makes it really hard to tell what is and isn't hidden.
So true.
Yeah.
Please tell me you can only see your tokens.
Yes.
Good.
Yeah, we can see the hallway you're in, and yeah, that's about it.
Nice. Okay.
Okay, I know where the bright light is.
Nice.
Okay, this is a thing. Make sure to keep quiet, everyone. And Solas will kind of try and just slowly make his way up to the door to have a little peek.
Okay. Are you going to roll stealth for that?
Sure, what's the worst that can happen? Oh, okay.
Okay. You peek. You push on the door. It is locked.
Shit. Looks back to the two people who can unlock doors.
I'll just head up and
Just step to the side.
use tools, dexterity.
Nice.
17.
Inqua and Ollie, together, deftly pick the lock. Okay. Inqua manages to pick the lock despite Ollie standing behind him, clearly judging him for his technique. And the door is able to be now swung open.
Works, doesn't it?
Yahoo!
Right. Let's try again, shall we? There. Slowly pushes open the door again.
It looks like a really impractical glove when you actually see it.
So, upon seeing the person inside,
They are
Solas
feasting
will-
on this chicken in front of them.
from a distance, I would like to see if I notice any, notable insignia or anything.
Yeah, give me a investigation check, please.
Oh, I'm good at that. Not good, though.
You
Wasn't an
do
investigation.
you do a quick glance around, but it's really quite barren. The individual themselves appears to be dressed in nondescript, dark commoner's clothing.
Alright, everyone, just stick back. I've got a stupid idea.
Okay, do you want me to back up?
I'll be fine.
Okay.
Is there someone in there?
One person.
Sunny knows what to do.
Don't throw a fireball.
No, that would come after the other plan if the other plan doesn't work.
Yeah, fireball
I'm
is
just gonna-
your first resort.
Look.
Fireball is Sunny's
Listen here, you little
plan's
shit.
backup plan.
So Solas is just kind of like carefully walk in, just poke his head through the door,
See,
take a
this
couple
is
steps,
his plan. Go give him a hug.
just wait for the initial reaction.
Are you still doing it stealthily, or have you specifically abandoned stealth now?
He's just casually walking in.
In that case, this person will notice you, drop the leg of chicken that she was halfway through tearing her way through. Ah! Who are you?
I'm a person who's not going to hurt you. Just be calm, please.
How did you find this hideout?
There was literally fabric over the walls. To be fair, it really was well hidden, but
Thank you.
yeah. To put it simply, I was just kind of dark in there, you know. Gonna have to guide my way along the wall and accidentally fell in, found this place, got a bit curious. So, what is this place anyway?
You regularly fall into sewers, do you?
Oh no, I was in the sewers just because I felt like it.
Okay, I'm gonna need a deception check out of all of that.
Sunny.
Oh boy, let's see where my plus 7 takes me. Okay.
Sunny is holding it off as Sunny's holding it in. No promises on how long he can last.
She just like looks at you. There's clearly a thinking of like, I don't understand this, but hey, I guess other people have got to live their life. Well, if you were able to find this place, maybe you're here for employment.
Kind of cocks his head to the side. I might be. What do you do?
We steal from the rich and give to the many.
Solas just casually thinks to himself, wow, how cliche. But, it's like, different. How many people are here right now?
Wow. Yes, maybe we should introduce all of ourselves, shouldn't we? She turns her head to behind her and shouts, "Boys!"
Woo! Sunny gets to meet new people.
Oh, I probably... Okay.
And some figures begin to emerge from
Time to meet our new friends.
What is going on out here, Chastity? Oh,
Oh god, he's hot.
really?
Hello, Hello, friends.
Anyway. Also, apologies for this lot. Okay, so...
Wait. Ollie Gunnell?
Oh, you're fucking kidding me.
No, I'm sorry. That is you,
No.
isn't it?
This is a fun conversation to watch happen.
Ollie, you make your way over to a man that you can't help but recognize. This is Morgan Tam, the father of Skin, aka Sixtan, aka your childhood friend. You have found your
Okay.
way into the Thieves Guild, where Ollie apparently has some friends. She
I've
runs.
just realised these are hammocks, not.
Yes.
Oh.
She runs over, gives Morgan a big hug. He reciprocates after, being initially taken aback. Why don't you introduce me to your new friends?
Solas is just gonna like awkwardly sit down on the nearest seat.
Sorry, young man, you were trying to say something.
No, that's fine. Continue.
You're the son of the Sun Lady.
Son of the sun.
It's a lot.
The
It will take-
immortal
Right.
turtle. Oh, I see. You are hyping them up. Oh,
It's
congratulations.
only got hit once. It was annoying.
Wait, so everyone else gets a cool title and I'm just the fiance?
The
And-
panic master.
And 2E's is the feminine version.
I mean,
But that is French for you. Fuck that language.
yeah.
And then we have Skyfall.
Morgan seems to be quite interested in Inqua when Ollie says that he has a crystal hand. Morgan walks over to Inqua, puts his hand out as if to shake his own.
Which hand is he putting out?
He's putting out his left hand.
I'll shoot with the hand that isn't the crystal hand.
He
Just
looks.
performs a sleight of hand check and just rips it off.
He looks down at the hand that you proffer and seems a little disappointed that it is made of flesh and bone. And he looks over at Ollie, and you can see that he kind of rolls his eyes like, ever the tall tales. So I suppose if he doesn't really have a crystal hand, you aren't really her fiance.
No, wait, I don't, it's complicated.
Understandable.
Ollie keeps getting randomly not pregnant and saying that it's his.
Yes. She did learn it from the best. And before your eyes, Morgan's face like ripples and changes and turns into like Ollie's usual face.
Oh god, no, there's two
Ollie's
of
in the
them.
room.
It's
Okay,
getting out of
now
hand.
Sonny makes with the fireballs.
Oh, this is not a good thing.
And then
Right,
he
okay.
turns back shortly afterwards. Good trick, no? Now, I must be as kind as to return the favour. Let me introduce you to the rest of my gang. The lovely lady that you met is our lock-picking and dancing expert, Chastity.
Hi.
Hello, friend.
Hello, yes, friends.
Oh, just one thing. You are now all friends to Sonny. That is not an option, by the way.
Well, You know what they say, you can never have too many friends as a thief. As long as they stay friends, we're fine. Morgan points over to the dwarf that came out of one of the rooms to the north. This is Nox.
Wait,
A
that's dwarf?
Yes.
I couldn't tell they didn't have a beard.
And a little one. It seems quite well kempt.
I see it.
Oh, yes.
Nox is our resident demolitions expert. And a particularly good sword fighter. This is John. Just John.
Hi, John.
If you ever need anything about poison or forgery, you can come to him and Breeze. Breeze! Morgan shouts, and a figure falls out from the door to the west. A elven man emerges from it with half of a bread roll stuck in his mouth. Oh, what's up, guys? How you doing? Oh,
Hi.
don't mind me if I just shake. You don't mind if I eat, do you?
It's fine.
Breeze has a voracious appetite for food as well as money.
Honestly understandable. There is a lot of good food out there.
Oh, it's really good. Do you want some of this?
God, when was the last time I ate? Yeah, sure, why not?
Oh, come here, come here, come here. And he literally just like lets go of some of the pile of buns that he had in his arms. Some of them are iced, some of them have like cheese and meat stuffed in them.
Right.
Sweet and savory. Oh, savory then sweet. Mix it up, yeah.
Right.
Arazid is going to come over and sort of nab one and then walk away. Well, kind of like scamper away, like he's a raccoon.
Should have been a druid. Then you could have actually done that. Well,
Still
it's
time.
people handing out food. Sully has never once taken food from someone and found reason to regret it.
Never.
That time doesn't count.
We don't talk about Yaramukai.
What happens in Yaramukai stays in Yaramukai.
Except for all the times when that stuff comes back up.
But that's mostly Ollie that does that, so.
The diary! Our most precious possession.
Be honest, you thought she was going to put an orb in that hand.
I didn't think orb, I thought it would be the ring.
Fair enough. Actually, that makes more sense.
But, like, both work. The ring would have made a lot of sense. Far be it from me to let good old-fashioned logic get in the way of a fun moment. So Breeze starts handing out food to everybody. Nox and John kind of like exchange a look and they're like, "Sir, we were busy." And Morgan dismisses the pair of them away and they begin going back up into the room that they came from.
Ah, yes, busy. Sonny spent enough time around Ollie to know what that term of busy means.
The score? The score is that we rescue my son. Yes. Skin has had it in his head recently. Please, come on. Come sit down. Skin has had it in his head for some time now that there are some very, very interesting treasures below the castle. He has been planning on breaking into it for a very long time, and last week he did it. We haven't seen him since. Oh shit, indeed.
So, never mind.
You'll go after him? I'd be mightily appreciated.
As Ollie says that, Solas just, like, lightly puts his head on the table and, like, just slowly groans.
I'm thinking Tina Belcher style. Is that not a
I've
thing
no
that's
idea.
familiar? Ah.
No.
Sorry, too Western of an anime.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, I get it now.
Sorry, what? Wait,
Burgers of
TM
Bob.
June. I'm trying to think of a Western cartoon involving Junes. I missed the
Sure,
joke.
I guess. Sorry, we just have a lot of work to do. It's fine, we can do it in the meantime. Oh, God, okay. Solus will stand up with his half-eaten thing. He's honestly not entirely sure what it is, but it tastes good, so he doesn't mind. So, okay, so... Any details on what will need to be done as part of this? Like, tracking, fighting, anything to that measure?
We know that he is not in any of the surrounding City Watch prisons, and we know that he has not been taken to the slave pits.
Yeah, that's two fairly major areas taken out, good.
Indeed. Which leads me to believe that he is stuck somewhere still in the palace. As you can imagine, this is a very dangerous proposition.
Yeah, that's not good.
If you would get
So
him.
we're gonna be sneaking around.
Probably, at least we can try. I'll admit I'm not that amazing, but I can definitely talk my way out of danger scenarios, so... It's possible to do. I what? Oh, are you referring to... No, not that, please. Please, no, I don't want
You
to...
have a super cool hat?
Everyone else thinks it is. It's magical, so that's understandable why they think it's cool. However, I absolutely refuse to have a beard in any way, shape, or form because it looks absolutely disgusting, in my personal opinion. No offense. But no, I am not using that.
If you don't want it, could we offer you a price for it?
Hold on. Solas just kind of looks through his coin purse. And that's the...
Glances at Inqua, who definitely has a beard.
Yeah, like damn, he's right next to you. He's literally 5 feet away from you.
If that.
Anyway.
In Solly's mind, he's actually closer.
Hey, maybe he still has tinnitus from falling out of the sky.
I mean, what were you thinking in the range exactly?
I would offer you 150 for it. Gold, obviously.
That's fair. That's fair. Would anyone else want this at all? I know Wally doesn't really need it, but anyone else?
No.
I would want to say yes, or I would want Sonny to say yes on principle, but even Sonny is aware that a turtle disguising his face doesn't make much of a difference when
It's
you're
it's a full disguise self
Yeah.
spell.
The kicker
Can
is
I-
that you will always have a beard when you wear the
Yeah.
hat.
Yeah.
Sonny would be more than happy to take this thing.
Can I try it on?
I'm sure.
I just want to try it.
Solas just lightly throws it down.
Ollie catches, not Ollie. Hello, I'm not Ollie. What the fuck? What the fuck? It's the first time that's ever happened to me. That's the
Who's
first time
Ollie?
that's ever fucking happened to me in my life. Arazid, the character that I am playing, catches it out of air. I guess it's because I was gonna say catches it out of the air, and that's not a cool action that Arazid can typically do. He catches it out of the air and he jams it on his head and he waits.
Oh, excuse me. You get the sense that you must activate the spell to get it to work.
Oh, okay. He's gonna think really hard. Gonna think really, really hard about what he wants to transform himself into. And then all of a sudden he's like ripped to shit, like buff as hell, and he has a beard.
God.
And that is exactly what happens.
Oh my god. Okay. Well, it seems we have a use for it after all.
No, this is just for practice. I would like you to rather have 150 gold. I feel like if I transform my appearance, it'll stop me from actively working to better myself, like on the inside, you know?
I mean, I don't really need the money right now. I have a good amount still. Plus, there's going to be really anywhere we can spend it, at least safely. So,
Do I take this and use it for disguise, or do I give it to the nice people who are Ollie's friends?
mean,
I don't
it's
want
yours,
to burn
Depends
bridges.
if
I think
want
you
to
should
be
give it up.
recognized.
I hate making choices. No. I hate doing this. It puts his head in his hands.
Yep, we have one mission to figure out if you like the hat, and if you don't, we can go into a plan B.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I don't even talk when Solas is working stuff out because I can't do that. I can't do that at all.
well, and also, just one extra thing. At some point in the near future, one more of us may just pop out of nowhere around us. Just a warning, he's like worse than me. So,
Yeah, use an ass.
yeah, his name is you, by the way, it gets confusing.
Oh, lovely. Well, I'm sure that if our dear Ollie here has chosen him as a travelling companion, he can't be that bad.
I think he can
more
be nice.
chose us. He kind of turned up and refused to go away.
Yeah.
He was a weird friend.
I think he can be nice. He's not really nice to me, but he does something nice for me.
Oh yes, I'm not doubting the fact that he can be nice, it's just that he chooses not to most times.
I see. Well, if he appears here while you are gone, we will show him the ropes. Or if
Are you gonna
failing
bully him?
that, Breeze can distract him with food until you get back. Isn't that right? But oh, he's asleep.
That one's a bit of chaos gremlin, isn't he? Alright. Well, God, we haven't slept in a good while, have we?
You are
Speaking
welcome.
of sleep.
We have, as you can see, some spare hammocks and a guest bedroom over here.
Well, I mean, I personally won't need any of that, but I feel like,
That's good.
yeah, some people should have a bit of a rest.
It only has 3 beds, so.
I want to sleep on a hammock.
Okay.
So let me see, we've got with the 3 beds, Arazid and hammock. I'm not sure if... Solas kind of looks back to the hallway where White Fang is still stood, just ominously stood in the hallway. He's like, I'm not sure if a hammock will support him.
He seems a little put off by the idea of this place in general. Like he seems like tentative to approach.
Hi.
Hello.
Are you gonna come in?
I don't know. Is the ceiling gonna fall on us?
Or are you scared of being like underground?
No. I am a great warrior. I am not scared.
Oh, well, I'm also a pretty good warrior and I get scared all the time. I mean, I don't like tight spaces. I don't really like new people. I think you're way braver than most people I know, and if you have one thing that you're scared of, that's fine too. And you are a brave warrior, so even if you're scared of something, I know you're gonna get through it and survive it and overpower it, because that's what warriors do.
I suppose you are right, little one. Fear is the mind killer, after all.
Yeah, that's so true. I agree with that 100%. Fear sucks.
White Fang tries to take a deep breath without it being noticed by you, and then steps in.
If he ever doesn't notice it, he's not gonna say anything. Like,
Okay. Well, fine with us to have a little of the night here. This night, I don't even know what time it is.
The hammocks do look like they can support White Fang. They seem to support one of the other thieves members, John, who's actually quite fairly similar in build to White Fang.
Well, so we'll see. Also, I just have to say, does this happen often? Do you get like random people wandering in here and you're just... Because I'll be honest, we found this place by sheer accident, I think.
We came out of a cave and went, there's a wall there that looks weird.
Put it this way, the last people that found this place by accident are now either members here or ex-members. And then he makes a complicated sign over his forehead, and you can hear him muttering, "Rest in peace, Gunnells."
Is the complicated sign over the forehead where he just holds his fist up to the hand, raises his index finger straight up, and then holds the thumb out to the side?
he's Fortnite dancing.
No.
No, it appears to be. I mean, you can examine it for its real meaning if you prefer.
Why not? It's not like any of those rolls have failed me yet.
That it would be a religion check.
Yay, it's higher than last time!
He's making a sign that you remember being fairly common from your time in the slave pits. It is some kind of like worship signification of the power of the Bright Lady.
All right.
Solas?
Okay, well, I think before we head to rest, don't think you really know us too well, aside from Ollie, obviously. Any questions for the rest of us?
Are you going to kill us all in our sleep? Do you have any special talents? And how long will you be sticking around?
First one is a tentative no. The reason I say tentative is because, well, we just met you. We can't be too sure about any of you, even though you do seem fine on the surface. There are.
Sonny has never killed anyone in his sleep. He thinks.
I trust all of
Might have
you.
been
I mean, I
asleep.
trust Ollie's judgment, and Ollie is
I mean, yeah, to be fair, that's a point.
smart.
I really wish I was playing an evil character right now. I could say something to the tune of, "What? Kill you in your sleep? That's like my least favorite thing to do to people I just met."
This party does not need one more's evil character.
Let me think. And the second one, special talents. Oh boy, there is a lot to unpack with that one. Leave that one for last, I think. And then the last one was again. Sorry.
How long are you staying around here?
Certain. We have our. Well, obviously we're going to help you, and then we have our own missions as well, which involve some very complex things, I will say.
Yeah, what Ollie said.
Yeah, what Ollie said.
Yeah. Ollie pipes up and is like, have you guys ever met Zaid? Zaid? She ran this tavern. The Late Night Inn.
Elf lady. She sort of nice.
Hmm.
Sometimes.
Did
I think she has a codependency problem.
yeah.
Well, you would know.
Yeah, I would actually.
Don't we all? Did she have a weird plummy accent?
Maybe.
Yes?
We haven't seen her in like a good while, so a lot of things have happened, and a lot of things been pushed out about her. So it's possible that she had, but
I will think on it.
also, so anyway, going back to the second thing. In short, among a lot of us, there are numerous people who have varying levels of magical ability. That's fine. If not, then well. But and then almost all of us have some level of proficiency with standard issue weapons. Myself, I am proficient with the 2 scimitars I have on me. He pats the 1 scimitar he has visibly on him. Sonny has the mace. Arazid has his sword and the bow he messes with half the time.
Hey, 1 out of 2 isn't bad.
Exactly,
Also, I'm a really good dancer.
That too. And then Inqua here, I'm not sure if he's good with any magical weapons, but he's good. And then the one who may appear at any moment and ruin my peace that I'm having right now, you.
I feel so bad for Bailey watching this back.
Everyone's like, yeah, he's an asshole. Fuck you.
Look,
Fuck you,
Solas,
I mean him.
it's the one time Solas can fend without him being around.
Sorry, B-Dog.
He's an accomplished swordsman, and also has a sword I'd rather not talk about. But that's besides the point. That's it.
Interesting. Well, I will go back to my office and I will think of these things over. Why don't you all get a good night's sleep and then maybe we can reconvene over coffee, decide where my son might be.
Of course.
Sorry about the loss.
Hopefully not forever, but you are a kind one.
So that room's spare?
Yeah, the one that should be revealed for you
Yookily
is the
dookily.
guest room.
Do-do-do-do. Thump.
Solas is gonna like chuck his ring just slightly under one of the beds and then just hop it.
Alright. Sonny, you get the sense someone is sleeping under your bed.
It's not a monster, it's fine. Yet.
Sunny will look and see if there's anything under the bed.
There is a shiny ring. And
Sunny will put the ring on.
Oh god.
Is that legal? Does anything bad happen to Sonny if he puts the ring on?
Hold on.
I'd like to think the alcohol's worn off by this point, but there might be a little bit of it in the system.
Yeah, you've
I
not
misheard
had
that
much
terribly.
Yeah. Nothing bad happens, but nothing good happens either.
Okay.
Okay. You are only able to get it on your pinky finger.
I mean, if it slots onto a claw, that's good enough.
Yeah.
Then just curl in hand and pop everything into shell.
This is a very intimate moment for Solas.
Sunny's gotten further with Solas than Melt ever did. And I presume Inqua takes the remaining bed.
Sure.
It's either that or you keep staring at Sunny, making tomorrow interesting.
Well, Solas is in his little Pokeball type place.
I don't
Actually,
think you mentioned that that's what the room inside looks like.
Actually,
Yeah.
who has
That's a hot tub.
who
Yeah.
has the magic ring?
Sunny is like wearing it on his little claw.
Like, wakes Sunny up.
He
There's like a
hasn't
knock on the phone.
fallen asleep yet. He's just kind of like curled into his shell with like just
Well, then I'll knock.
the tip of one claw extending out with the ring balanced on it.
I'm just gonna
Yeah,
steal the
that's
ring.
fair. It probably wouldn't quite fit.
You just want to steal the ring?
I'm not gonna steal it. I'm
I
going to give it to
misheard.
someone else.
Okay.
The only other person in the room is able to take half damage maximum from a fireball. So yeah, go ahead. Try to steal it.
I knock on the shell.
Head pops back out.
You have this ring. Very powerful. Could put good use to it. Not be given the spellcaster for maximum.
Sorry, could you raise the volume there a bit?
It's better.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, talk on the side of the room that contains the microphone.
Ring has much potential. Very useful resource. For maximum potential needs to be placed on an individual with no spellcasting ability.
Oh, do you mean like your ring from your infusion thingy?
Oh,
No.
it's
Oh
still
no, I'm
got
talking about
well,
the magic item ring.
they're both magic item rings. Just
The one
one of
that
them.
isn't the infusion.
Just one of them. If you shake it rapidly, you get a really pissed off Solas. So
Okay.
a normal Solas.
Yeah, rings in the party, to my knowledge, is the one that Ollie has, that was handed down from her mother, and the one that Solas is.
I do have a ring of get spell slot back.
That
Okay,
one.
that's one I gave you.
Right.
Yeah.
That ring. Okay, so you have that ring as well.
Yeah, Sonny has
So you
two
have-
rings.
Okay. Okay, so you knock on the shell and ask for
Sonny
that
has
ring
more rings
back.
than the bell.
Oh, Arazid has his own ring.
It absorbs spells.
That makes sense actually.
It's my engagement ring.
That's right.
Oh yeah. Oh wait, never mind.
You realise
Wrong.
that you are negotiating with Sunny over the wrong ring.
Who's gonna chalk this up to this guy being senile as hell?
Just slowly push his head back into his shell, like, and I just kind of whisper, "Wrong ring," but pats him on the head.
Your head is pushed back into your shell.
Sonny is just going to assume this is a weird dream. You just go to sleep.
Alright.
Was now going to talk to Arazid,
Okay.
kind of nudge him awake.
Yes, go poke the correct person.
I will.
Arazid's like
Arazid
nestled in
hops
his
up.
little hammock.
He pops up
Here-
at the sight of
here.
someone else.
Okay, just to confirm, this is the right ring.
He holds out his hand so that Inqua can confirm.
Inspect the ring. DM, is this
It
the
is
right?
on his left ring finger.
Is this the right ring?
It is the ring that you're thinking of.
Okay, it is the ring I'm thinking of.
Okay.
So, would we roll that you're attuned to it by now?
Oh yeah, for sure he would be.
Yeah.
A simple experiment. Want to try with ring. Do you have any spells that require you to concentrate?
I don't think so, but I might. Just gonna think really hard, and by think really hard, I mean I'm pulling up a character sheet. Yes.
Is it good, useful for fighting?
I mean, sometimes I use it and it ends up hurting the people I care about, so I don't know. Actually, I do have one that's very useful for fighting. It's kind of actually essential.
You see, ring can be used to cast spells from. I can give you a spell, one that might be useful to you. Healing?
Oh yes, healing is very useful. So
Heal.
let's say that I do use the ring to cast a spell. Can I use it like indefinitely? Like for like I don't have to like I won't get tired of using the spell.
One spell. Only holds one spell.
Yeah.
Rangers do have healing spells.
They do.
Well, I would like this spell still.
You think about what spell to give you. Would you like a web spell?
What is that?
Wait, does that have to target an individual? has to specifically cast upon the weaver, the wearer. Okay. Something like that. This will work, but no. Web's pointless. Giant ball of fire, floating ball of fire.
Floating ball of fire?
Yeah, I could rule that as working.
Yeah. Easy's Inqua kind of steps back. Simple plan, simple program. Focus on the spell. Try to get the spell in the ring. And I'm going to cast Flaming Sphere on Arazid. Yes, exactly.
I'm gonna need a con save from you, please, Arazid.
Yeah!
DC
Woohoo!
12.
Please don't fail.
Con save,
Or wait,
con save.
I have. Wait. I have Flash of Genius. Boost your score by 5. What have I done? I've broken your magic item. So you succeed. Yay.
I don't consider anything broken until there's nothing that can't be done with that spell. And I
Yeah.
can't throw anything at you guys that you can't kill without any significant risk. That's where my level for broken is.
Okay.
Arazid holds his ring up. Is kind of shaking a little bit, like, I just woke up and I'm not really sure what's going on.
So, like normal.
And Inqua is
Yeah.
just steps 10 feet away, and he is just like, prepare yourself!
That's all he says. That's
And
all he says, and that's the flash of genius.
yeah, and then you can see Inqua immediately beginning to cast a spell at you. And so Arazid, you just kind of hold that ring up and hope for the best. And the gem you feel glows red hot. For just a second, you feel like your field of vision is being taken up by fire. And then Inqua shouts from beyond this light, "Think, Arazid!"
Arazid is thinking. He really do be thinking.
And this
Third eye is open. His seventh chakra has been released.
Yes. You got that banana pickle juice. And with his encouragement, you are able to absorb the flaming sphere into your ring.
Wow.
After a few seconds, the gem ceases to grow, to glow white hot, and fades back to what it normally looks like.
I think Will raises his hands in a successful success. It worked.
Oh wow.
Now you have that spell until you cast it,
Thanks.
and then we don't have to recharge it. Do the same thing.
It's like a thermos, but for a spell.
Exactly. Like a thermos.
That's super cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Do I still have to concentrate when I cast it?
Yes.
Okay,
You
that's
will.
okay.
Anyway, Sleep. Sleep's important.
I don't know if I
It's
can get
mine.
much sleep. I'm nervous.
Won't explode.
Does Inqua
think.
tuck Arazid back in?
What?
Just a question.
Fine. Very much like a.
Little
kinda
kiss on
walks
the
back
forehead.
up. Don't push your luck.
No story. Arazid is left feeling somewhat perplexed but comfortable.
There.
What time
That's
to
the
leave,
bed.
Demon? Inqua,
Yeah.
Inqua told Arazid a story, and they had hot chockey, and then he tucked him into bed.
I mean, that's cool and all, but Solas wouldn't have heard any of that anyway. I'm technically missed nothing.
Forbidden knowledge.
I guess all Solas can hear is what I presume is the echoing of Sunny's snores.
Yeah.
Now, I'm curious. How would Sunny sleep in a bed if he's using his shell as like a shelter anyway? Does he like get under the duvet?
This is a good question.
I can't hear words you're saying if you're saying them, Toby.
Belly flop onto bed and then suck everything in.
Fair enough. Right, yeah. And
I'm just waiting for the day when, or moment where Solas has the unique experience of both exiting his ring and exiting a tortoise shell at the same time.
Well, with that, everyone goes to sleep. There is a lot of different types of snoring that happen around this area. After quite a few hours, Solas begins to feel his sanctuary beginning to slip away from him for a little while. Once again, indicating that it is morning.
Alright. So, I just need to double check something. So I think I can stay in there. I know I can stay in there for like full months, but I just need to double check. Voice proficiency. So yeah, 6 hours. So yeah, after about 6 hours of sleep. So, Sunny for like a few seconds would feel his finger get, like the area around his finger get kind of hot. Like not scalding, but just hot. As Solas emerges from his ring in a cloud of smoke and embers, and then just appears right next to his bed with the ring on him.
Only
He's-
that cold.
Yeah. Solas kind of looks back. Oh, you're fucking kidding me. Okay.
Yep, Solas wakes up having spent the night on top of the bed instead of underneath it.
That's what she said.
Okay. So Solas will, as quietly as it can, walk out and just grab food, if there is any.
Breeze is still sleeping, but you notice that he actually has like some dumplings and stuff like hanging on a pouch on his hammock. As you walk over, he's just going like, "Oh, I'd love a puffy.
Like,
Oh, omelette du fromage."
just like quietly make his way over and just try to like. He's not like he's not intentionally going to take one, but he's just curious what will happen if he like tries to. So he's going to quietly make his way over and just try and grab one out of the pouch.
I think that would be a sleight of hand.
Amazing.
You sounded so sad.
You very slowly reach for the pouch. Breeze suddenly jerks. And then he settles back down. He's like, no, I want butter, of course. Bring that cheese over as well. I'll say when. And he rolls over and continues to sleep.
He's at the goddamn Olive Garden.
Solas thinks to himself, not gonna risk it. And just sits down and has one of his own rations.
Fair enough, fair enough. Arazid, you may or may not be awoken by the sound of chomping.
Arazid is awake. He is awake. He has much to think about. He does get up, sort of walks slowly towards Solas, and he sits. He be sitting.
Solas just gives a nod, trying his best to be quiet.
He nods back.
You will see the tiefling, Chastity, just roll out of her hammock and fall feet first onto the floor, stand up and just begin strolling towards all of you.
Sonny will wake up when the sun rises, or an hour later after he realised, hold on a sec, we're underground.
Good morning. If
Alright,
either of you need the dunny, it's over there, by the way.
I'm good.
So wait,
Dunny?
that wasn't... Ooh, okay, never mind.
What
Toilet.
did you do? What did you do?
Good question.
You didn't do anything! Where anyone would find it.
Oh no.
Oh, that thing! Oh, that's behind the door.
They have a bath? They have a bath? Which one of these is the bath?
They are both bath types. There are
He's in there.
taps on the side, and water can come out of the tap when it is turned. Which is really mind-blowing for you.
Right, these people offered Sonny food. So it's time for Sonny to return the favour as soon as What's-His-Face wakes up.
Arazid is just in the bath. He did not. I don't think he took off his clothes because I don't think he has much familiarity with actual fucking baths.
Wait. Yeah, most of us don't fuck baths, but, you know, whatever.
So he's just kind of sitting in there. He's content. Good luck getting him out of there, though.
So he's just sitting there, fully clothed.
Yeah, fully clothed in the bath. I'm watching me and my clothes, bitch. I'm watching me and my clothes.
I like how you immediately got that. White Fang similarly wakes up, gets out of his hammock. Is it always so unnaturally soft in real beds?
I mean, The actual things are softer than those, I can assure you.
I'm not sure what I think about this. Do you think that Dune and the others are sleeping in beds as well tonight?
The townsfolk gave them a place to sleep, I'm sure they will, yes.
I hope they are comfortable too. I feel like I've slept better than I ever have. I feel like I could take on all of this person's troops. Glad you said, yes. I could knife
Maybe
her right
later.
in the heart.
Okay, calm down, people are still sleeping.
White Fang really wants to go off on a bit of a rant, but yeah, then he looks over at Breeze and sees the bits of food sticking out of Breeze's pouch. And White Fang just drops to a very low whisper as he finishes the last of it. The last of what he was saying. And then tries to sneak over to grab some of the food. At that moment, Chastity emerges from the room to the west and says, you don't have to steal from him. We have a cupboard here. Stop being a panty raider and start being a pantry raider, eh?
Nasty. Nasty as hell.
Ollie wakes up to the sound of White Fang's power-hungry ranting. And I believe with that, all of you guys are awake.
Yeah.
Chastity sets some food out on this table over here and then looks over to the others and sees what is Sunny doing.
Sunny is going, well, they're sharing food with Sunny. Sunny shares food with them. He's making waffles.
You're gonna make us those flat mushrooms?
Mushroom waffles.
Yeah, Ollie's just like, yes, yes, yes! Oh, let me get one of my sandals out. And she is holding this textured sandal that she is probably, I think, her third most precious.
I don't know. I think this one's been bumped up to second by this point. The ring's in last place.
I'm beginning to wonder if it was thematically appropriate for Ollie to have an arc where she was able to kill the murderer of her parents, considering how lowly she ranks them. Maybe the big bad evil guy should be someone trying to outlaw waffles or romance. Well, I mean, technically the bad guys are already trying to outlaw romance books. Ooh. Anyway, Ollie gets her sandal ready and is just like, magic, 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 hoy! Waiting for you to cast your thing.
Oh, I thought I already did it. I can't ritual spell that one.
Ah, okay, yep, fair enough. In that case, a buffet of food appears on the table before you. As Chastity approaches, she looks down at you, looks down at the table, and she's like, okay. And she takes the food back into the pantry. And then comes back out. It's like, okay, so what's all of this? And I presume that Ollie has been beating the shit out of these, mushrooms to turn them into, waffle shapes.
Mushroom
Right.
waffles.
So Chastity comes over,
They
and
come Ollie recommended.
and Ollie is just like is beating these mushrooms with a sandal like they are in a strict fucking household. And
Take 2
offers
sandals, put mushroom between, squeeze.
one of them is proffered to Chastity, and she like very tentatively takes a bite.
She's squeezing them between sandals like Bahat gets squeezed between his father's fingers.
I didn't quite understand that, and I think I misheard.
I
Ollie
think I
is
did.
choking a bitch, but the bitch are mushrooms, and she's choking them with sandals.
Ah,
Ollie prepares some waffles, and they are handed around to some people. Chastity seems unenthused by the dish. But Breeze is eventually awoken by the noise of food being prepared. He rolls out of bed as well, much like Chastity did, but unlike Chastity, the first thing to hit the ground is his face. And he just like bolts upright and he's like, I'm okay! Ooh! Yep, you didn't see that, did I? Okay, mind your business. Lovely. Oh, what are those waffles? Can I try some? Oh, thank you very much. And he begins eating into them and making quite a lot of appreciative noises. After a little while, Morgan also appears from one of the rooms to the north. I trust you have all had some time to sleep well.
Yes, thanks. Want waffle?
Why not? This is interesting. Hey, where is your friend? The small nervous one.
Oh, he went into the baths on the side.
Oh. Yes, I suppose it's probably been a while since you were able to bathe properly. We'll leave him to it.
Arazid is
Finally!
about to have company.
room for one more? Sorry, boys.
Just walk in, transform into mini you, and cannonball.
Finally, Ollie twigs as to where Arazid has gone, and suddenly Arazid's moment of peace is snatched away.
The old ball and chain, am I right?
Well, we're going to need a new party member.
At least Ollie takes her clothes off first.
Arazid puts his hands over his eyes to be respectful.
Oh, and he was expecting Arazid to just sort of have his head's up here, his jaw's down there.
This is a good Christian marriage. Absolutely.
But
no
now
sex.
the jaw is coming back up because
No, I
of
mean
big
he's definitely
rage.
embarrassed. Like his face is super red, but he is. I am looking away respectfully.
Yeah.
The jaw drops, but then it is raised back up to the mouth.
Morgan will take Ollie's seat when she rushes away to go sink into the bath. Now, tell me, would you like to plan for the day?
Probably be smart.
What are the only times we've seen confirmation that the Sesame Street characters have feet?
So Solas will kind of stand up, make his way over to the chair here.
So you, last night you praised me all of some other desires that you need being fulfilled in this city. I believe that we should try and pool all of our desires and needs and resources together. Perhaps that will give us the best chance of success.
Fair point. Right, so we already told you about Zaid yesterday. Well, I can't really say much about her, but if it helps, I can give a slight description from memory.
Please.
Elvish woman, blonde hair, fairly long, it says. Sort of person that you'd think would always look down their nose at you, but is actually quite level. Very much a person of self-importance, it would seem. At least that's the impression I got. Also extremely involved with magic and all that entails as well.
Very well.
The best I can give you for now.
I hope
And
that is quite useful, actually.
The other thing, as we're going to the palace, I may as well mention that one of the more main things we intend to do does also involve the palace. Though arguably it's a bit more in than we may have to go to meet your friend.
I believe we heard your loud friend shouting about it at the beginning of the day.
Oh, you heard that.
Whitefang has the decency to look ashamed here.
Yes, long and short of it is that Sklard is threatening to destroy Blue Rock Lake. At least we believe she is. And we have some good friends down there. So, we're aiming to take the fight to her, so to speak. At least, aiming to converse.
That is quite the decision.
Well, we've been involved in a lot. I mean, we unintentionally incited a war on the west side of the area, so we've already done a lot.
We didn't start a war. We just helped people not kill the... No. We just helped someone not die to the people that were trying to kill him, and then he started a war.
Yes. We enabled it.
It takes Morgan a few seconds to catch up to the different routes that Sunny takes in his manner of speech.
So, like the DM then.
A little bit.
I think that's all of us, honestly.
And then he's like, I see. He doesn't.
Don't worry about it too much. It shouldn't affect over here.
Thank you.
Shouldn't. It was specifically directed towards the barn, so who knows what happened after that, but either way, we have business over in this end. We also have business outside the city too, but that can wait. This can't. So, if helping you is something we can do on the way, then that is... may as well.
Okay.
I'm not sure how much you're aware of. Well, I'm not sure. Actually, don't think you'd know how a lot of us met Ollie, would you?
I confess, she has not spilled. It has been about a year since I last saw her.
Well, about a few weeks ago at this point, a few of us got wrapped up in the local slave ring. Myself, I got attacked at the gates because some guards decided to have a little fun. I was one of the few of my group captured at the time. And there's Sonny and Ollie, as well as Arazid, who were part of the original group of us. Inqua here is a recent addition, and then you, who I mentioned previously, is less recent, but still post the inciting incident. Help of Dayud and One, we ended up getting out of there. But it was a bit of a rough ride, and Aussie has been since then. But we've got ourselves wrapped up in a good number of things, and so we've kind of just stuck together for safety's sake.
Suddenly thought you were sticking together because we were friends.
I mean, friendship does evolve from that. Not saying we're not. It's just that's not easy for one like me to make friends. Feel free to think what you will, but anyway.
Okay.
Sorry.
So you
I'm
all
a
met
bit...
through slavery?
Most of us, yes.
Yeah. Sonny asked guard to hold his stuff while he helped the nice people working in the sun, and then they refused to let him out. They were mean.
A few weeks ago, we definitely heard some words about people trying to find a group of slaves that escaped. I do remember they used the word gargantuan shell for one. Now this makes a lot more sense.
Wait, they used the words what?
Gargantuan shell.
To be fair, we are quite a distinct lot. Aside from maybe Arazid, he can blend in. But, and Ollie, probably
Ollie
definitely
can
can.
blend in, yes.
But yes, me especially. Not hard to pick me out, that's needless to say.
Especially
So why
if one
don't
is...
you wear the hat?
Exactly.
I refuse to be caught dead in a beard regardless of how I look.
I can't say that I don't appreciate a good look when I see it. No, he actually says nothing about your look.
Either way,
You will be pleased to know that it's been a while since we heard about the guards looking for that group.
that's good. Probably not a good idea to wander the streets, though. We did kill one of the guards as well, so that's probably an...
Which one?
Oh, well, not... well, forget the name, but... the fairly low-ranking gate guard, he wasn't much, I don't think. He had no information we wanted, so...
Does Ollie yell that out? Or is this
Would she hear?
taking full advantage of the text communication? Fair enough.
Yeah.
What was your shame? What? I mean, I'm not saying there's not things that Ollie's done that couldn't be considered shame. It's a long list. I'm trying to pick out the exact one that would count in this case.
I believe in this case it's being referred to. Excuse me, sorry. Ollie is referring to Izorn existing. And the fact that you guys didn't do a perfect job of Blue Rock Lake. You let your
Right.
guard down.
I mean, I'm referring to the guy we killed in the tavern, so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so you weren't actually lying when you were all like, oh, no, just a run-of-the-mill gate guard.
Yeah.
Poor Tiamat.
That's the name.
We all let him down.
Either way, it was a necessary measure, but I mean, I'd just like to make it aware. I personally didn't get myself involved in it. In actuality, like, we temporarily ran a tavern, and like, me and Arazid just pieced out of that for that day because, well, no, I am not doing that public. I'm not sure if you can tell, but I'm not one for customer service. Anonymously, people in general just, but yeah, this is really awkward. It's really difficult to handle a conversation with your awkward.
Sorry, what do you mean?
It's nothing. I'll be honest with you. I very rarely handle conversations. Odd. Refreshing, but odd. I think you'll be happy to know that Ollie's been doing well with us. Helped us through a lot, so yeah.
I'm very happy to hear that.
I mean, to be fair, I doubt we'd find half the shit we've done if it wasn't for the fact she touched almost everything she came across.
I hope that she's having a lot of fun in the bath.
Really getting to that? Yeah, okay. I guess we'll see.
Is that actual question being asked?
It's more of like a segue, bathroom time. What's happening in there? You guys have been in a while.
Yours is just splish splashing.
Oh.
Actually splish splashing like a fucking child. Like he is splashing.
Okay. You guys are happy? Fair enough. You can chill there. How well do
But
you
it's
all...
time to go. Arazid will leave and all. He'll probably leave too, but it's not time to go yet.
One of you may kind of hear Morgan ponder and ask the rest of the group how much they know about the city of Duras, and if they need any assistance getting around, or if Ollie will give it to them. And he will ask where you plan on going first to find the intel you need.
Well, in terms of how much we know, basically took a one-way route out of the city, and mainly stuck to the west side, which fairly confident is not where we need to go.
You hear
So,
from the bathroom Ollie just shout, "I got it!"
all Alright.
I will lead you into the city.
Alright, well, that's useful.
Oh, that's what she got. I was wondering what she found under the water. That was a good film.
And then you hear Ollie's apparently plot related murmurings turn into not related murmurings. And you guys kind of like shift your attention away, like, oh, okay, yep. Well, at least she hasn't drowned.
Yeah, let's just not bother with that. However, I mean, if we're going to help you lot first... Oh my god.
She has been like this her whole life, yes.
I... Be honest, You know what, never mind. Let me think. I mean, he's stuck on the east side of the city. Solas is doing his best to ignore what's happening to his right. It's like he's like very clearly slightly failing,
Yeah.
but he's focusing.
Morgan is pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Sorry, what did you say about the left side of the city?
Well, if we're going to, we're most likely going to the east side of the city, as that is the most likely place for your friend to be. If it's possible he got captured. Would there be any factions other than the city guards that he'd be captured?
I feel like it's time for this to be shown once again.
Ah, yes.
So, yeah, east side of the city, do you mean like Nobles district area? Or like, yeah, water area?
I mean, he said that, like, they've already checked pretty much everywhere on the west side, or at least everywhere of note on the west side. So, at least that's understood.
Yeah, they've checked in like they've essentially checked everywhere except for like the royal quarter and the nobles quarter.
Yeah. Yeah, we probably need to check those two areas then.
Yeah, they've been able to rule out like this area here, which has one of the bigger like city watch houses.
Yeah.
And they haven't found him in the commoners' quarter, aka where literally almost everyone lives.
Yeah.
And yeah, they couldn't find him in the slaves' quarters to the south either.
Right, that's good. Rules out the majority of the... So... So... If it's only the guards that would want to capture him, then we would... Good focusing on areas that have high concentrations of those. Especially around areas where thieves would wander, looking to get some good treasure. So guard houses, maybe some underground choke points in the sewers, if those exist, I'm not quite sure. I
confess, we haven't been able to properly map out the sewers. They are very extensive and often seem to backtrack on one another. It's possible that he is trying to do that.
Well, I mean, if he's wandering the sewers trying to find a way out, then if we go down there, we'd just be doing the same, so...
Indeed. I can say that his target was the palace.
Going underground would probably be the best way to get there then. Unless you just want to charge to the front gate, which is possible but not advisable.
Just thinking of that. Lives in sewer. Turtle.
I mean, he's more of a tortoise by that analogy, but yeah, it could work.
It seems that you have some idea of where to go.
General area, yes. If you have people that are able to guide us around that local area, that'd be good. If we're allowed in that area, it is.
You would be allowed to get into the noble quarter, that is, the lands around the palace, with a lot more ease than you'd be able to get your way into the palace.
Alright.
From the surface, that is.
Alright, probably good to wander around there then first. Alright, good. I think we've got a solid plan. Though it might be an idea on the way.
Does this mean Sonny has bonuses to navigating the sewers because he's a turtle?
I would love to, because I love TMNT, but no. You grew up next to a lake in the middle of a desert, fat chance.
So, I think what we want to do is go back to the tavern. Then, once we visited there, maybe see Zaid there, who knows. Out around the noble quarter. Have a little investigation around that.
If it's taverns you're looking for, we can definitely guide you to an exit to the sewers that comes up very close to many of them.
Well, there's one in particular. We used it as a bit of a hideout for a bit, and Zaid was there. However, she ended up disappearing at one point, so possibility she might be back there.
Yes, what was the name again?
Of the tavern?
Yes.
I don't quite remember exactly.
Is it the Queen's Arms? The Cat's Cradle? The Three Cups? The Four Mirrors?
I know it was near a place called the Horde, a nice elderly lizard lady. Runs the place.
The Late Night Inn.
That's probably it, yes.
Yes, we can lead you there. John! Yes. Morgan. Please, when they're ready, do me a favor and take these guys to the Late Night Inn. Yes. Morgan. And there you have your guides. Now, I suppose that, there you are. Did you enjoy your bath, my dear?
It was great. It was awesome.
I thought it was quite punk of us to steal water in such an easy fashion.
This kind of punk. You guys are so cool.
And yourself as well, my dear Ollie. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have other work to attend to. I will leave you in the hands of our esteemed John. Chastity, a word? And the two disappear into his office. Right. Ollie puts her ear to the door of the office. John will walk over, put his hand on Ollie's shoulder, and look down at her questioningly. John will show Ollie where the tables are. Now, are you all ready to go?
First Atlas shrugged, then Ollie.
I'm ready to go. His shirt is also super damp. Actually, all of his clothes are super damp. But because they're going to go out into that hot sun, it's probably a benefit.
Quite possibly. The group member John leads the way out of the hideout, and then he leads his way through the sewers. Eventually comes to a ladder. Climb this, and you will be at the top and into the city.
Right,
Right.
well,
Where
guess
are we?
Give me just a second because I haven't touched this map in a while and I didn't know what I was doing. There we are. I didn't know how to disable grids, so I just kept like this image on the token screen, which meant I can't do anything with it, but now I can. You guys
Have nuked part of the city.
you appear over here.
alright.
It's really close.
John waves at you and then begins to return to, well, what you presume to be the
Hi,
hideout.
friend.
Yeah, he waves goodbye.
So, Solas will casually emerge from where this exits to.
So kind of like hereish, here. No, I lost it. Here. Here?
Here.
Basically, just go straight, right, then left. Then we're pretty much there.
Good lord. Guess what map I also haven't touched in a really long time, to the point where we had a Cross Acid on it.
Oh god.
Oh, Granny is gonna scope it out for us.
Ursula, Kaylin, Queenie.
You eventually find your way back to the outside of the Late Night Inn. Whitefang is trailing behind all of you guys and being like, this doesn't feel like we're saving this town.
Well, we're not yet. It's a slow process.
Normally when we charge in, we sort of bad things happen.
Does this happen often in towns? Humans turning into old grannies?
No, that's just Ollie and...
If Ollie's around, yes.
That implies that old grannies are not humans, and that's fucking hilarious to me.
Yeah. Am I to take this as Ollie entering? There is not an open sign out front.
There is someone at the table, though.
Oh yeah, thank you.
The goblin's still playing card. No, never mind. Huh.
I imagine that Ollie is walking around going, Zaid! Zaid!
Hey, what are they called? Mugs are still on the table from where we left them.
Wait. Zaid! Zaid! Oh, where are you, you little whippersnapper, dearest granddaughter, Zaid?
Well, only one way to do. There are doors. We know there are things on the other side of doors. We know this because we have yet to open a door that leads into a wall.
Think in the meantime, while they're kind of like going through doors and stuff, Solas would like to see if, like, when was the last time someone was in here?
On that subject, for fuck's sake, roll 20.
Oh my god, a black void has opened up behind. No, never mind.
Yep. On that subject, Sunny and Ollie walk through and they see a slumped figure on the south wall.
Oh, the donuts are still there.
Apples.
I call them as I see them.
I think they're peppers.
She looks wider than before.
Yeah.
I'm remembering her wrong.
It might be because, again, back before I knew how to make tokens, I had her look more like that.
Yeah. Probably.
Oh, Zaid, are you okay? Oh, wait, sorry, normal Ollie voice.
It is genuinely impressive that all the food hasn't gone off.
Apparently, I enjoy the old lady voice better. So you two see Zaid kind of like on the floor. She is like surrounded by about 4 different bottles of wine. All of them have been drained empty. She is snoring hard as you approach. Solas,
Danny knows how that feels.
to answer your question, the place itself is really growing like thick layers of dust on the floor. It appears that it has not been open for business for quite some time.
Oh, let's see if Sunny's got a spell for this. Burning Hands, Scorching Ray. Okay, probably not a spell for this.
I think Solas will just poke his head up. There's just a second.
You don't hear anything. And when you poke your head upstairs and have a look down the landing, you see that a lot of the doors are open and you don't see any movements. So I presume that like Sunny and or Ollie attempts to like shake Zaid in some way.
That sounds like an Ollie thing.
Yeah. Zaid opens her eyes. And she's like, "One, you have Oh, it is you."
Hello, friend.
I think we're going to end it there this week.
We're not you, we're us. Oh yeah, you haven't met you.
As I feel like this is one of those that might need a bit more time than what we have left.
Yeah.
And perhaps it would be best if all of us can chat. Okay.
I mean, she's asking for you, so the jokes are going to write themselves.
Yeah.
And
Find
All I'm
out
gonna
next
say-
time on The Hateful Sun.
Man, it feels weird having to like be the main voice in a session.